cries, Guggen Nation. But too much of a good thing is bad for your health. So we're only doing this once a week. Buckle up, baby. It's time for ETN, which henceforth and forevermore will mean every Tuesday now. Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is Universal on 1010XL.
Just what we need, a reason to argue.
All right, Googans, you only get it once a week. It's not too much of it would be bad for your health.
Scott, which happens to be my middle name, no influence.
No pressure there.
Yeah. Hello, Scott. Good morning.
Hello, Scotty.
Morning, guys.
How are you?
Scotty too hotty. Scotty doesn't know.
Good.
Excellent.
Scotty, you've
I like
already
it.
won a prize.
Scotty's taking home a beautiful floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers. He can make someone else's day, or if he's feeling selfish, send it to himself and make his own day.
Excellent.
Send it to himself anonymously.
All right, you know how the game's played, Scott. Beef will ask some questions. We'll give opinions. You determine winner or loser. It's a best of 5, and away we go.
Round 1.
Round 1, guys.
That one kind of lingered.
I'm sorry.
That bell. Yeah.
If I was a Las Vegas sports book and I put the over-under on Power 5 leagues playing football this year at 2.5,
Okay.
what would you be more inclined to wager?
2.5?
2.5.
Yeah.
You should go to Vegas, by the way. That's the perfect number to put it on.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good capping. I would say over. I would say when push comes to shove. Now, you're saying play football.
Power football leagues that play football.
Yeah, you're not saying,
There's 5 conferences.
Right.
Power
You're not
5
saying
leagues.
go through the season. You're not saying finish the season. You're saying
No,
play
but they're
football.
gonna try and
so,
play.
yeah, I think they're going to try to play. ACC has said they are going to try to play. SEC is being patient, but they are going to try to play. So I only need a half. It all comes down to the Big 12. Pac-12 and Big 10 maybe taking their balls and going home. I think the Big 12 ultimately will also give it a go and try to play. So I'm gonna take the over with a smile.
I don't think it's an all or nothing proposition. So I'm not sure that I'm going to take the under because I think we're going to end up some combos of these conferences. I think some schools and some leagues are going to say thanks but no thanks. If the SEC put it up to a vote, school by school, you're in or you're out, and not every school is bound by it. They make a decision. Well, the president of Vanderbilt is a woman whose background is in cell biology. I wonder which way she would lean on whether or not to play football. So I think what will end up happening is some Big 12 schools will play. Most ACC and SEC schools will play, but the total will be around 2.5.
Winner, Jeff, I agree. I think it's going to be a little bit of both sides of that coin.
Round 2.
That being said, it looks like the Big Ten is going to say no.
Is this on?
It is on. At least it's trending that way. The Pac-12, a lot of people suspect will
Already
go
we're doing this
that
so
route.
It took
The second time out.
the second time out, first question, and we've gone to the.
I think
hear me?
had he won the first effort, Jeff,
Yeah, that wouldn't have come out.
instead of losing 3-1 the first time out, maybe we'd wait on the.
That's a time-tested classic ETN move.
Yeah.
It's been executed by each of us 100 times.
There's a lot of chatter that teams that want to play but their leagues are saying no are going to try to look elsewhere. How much of that do you think is just chatter, or do you think we'll see some temporary shell game action with these schools?
You're going to see players from schools play elsewhere, and that is the death knell for the Big Ten. The Big Ten has put itself in quite a precarious position for its football essence moving forward. If they kill football in the Big Ten, while Alabama and Clemson and Florida and Oklahoma and Texas are all playing football, there will be ramifications that extend way beyond the 2020 season. Good luck, Ryan Day and Jim Harbaugh, winning a recruit against Alabama or Clemson or Oklahoma or anyone else if you're the guy sitting this year depriving your athletes of the chance to either improve their stock. I thought Joe Burrow had an excellent point yesterday in his vocalization that they should play. Look, if COVID had been last year, I might not have a job right now. So,
Wouldn't have been the number 1 pick.
that's for sure. So,
What is the question, Beef?
The question is more so not player movement, but the teams like Nebraska said we'll go play wherever we can play.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll see a fair amount of that, shell game action with these leagues, at least for 2020?
Listen, I saw what Scott Frost said, but then I started to wonder, well, who are they going to play? Nebraska Kearney? I mean, you can't. The Mountain West shut down. All the smaller leagues are shutting down. They can't go play the SEC because the SEC's playing, conference only. They're not going to be the +1s in the ACC because the ACC's already picked out their +1s. So, I mean, Omaha High School, I'm not sure who, you would go play if you're a program like Nebraska and you wanted to play anyway. Can you pick up some Big 12 games? Maybe, but you're darn sure not going to find 10 football games.
Two good answers. Winner Dan.
Round 3.
I think that's one reason the SEC didn't put dates on their schedule. They can still – the SEC can very quickly say, all right, Florida, instead of Arkansas, Texas A&M, you're going to play Nebraska, Texas.
Okay, but how would that look? But you're not playing FSU, who's still playing.
Well, you might do that in them. Well, if we do that, then that will change. Yeah, for sure.
You're live at Kinnick Stadium for Game 5 of the best of 7 between the Huskers and Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
I think that there will be places for
Who's
those
the
teams.
king of corn country?
I'm really not sure that, like, all the ACC and SEC teams would play. Like, if you're Wake Forest, you're really going to play football there? There may be spots open up.
Wake's guy came out yesterday and said, heck yeah, we're playing.
All right, well, good. I like
Round
it. It's
3.
encouraging to me. I'm glad that the sports world is stepping up with some puffed chest and some testosterone to make some decisions.
Speaking of football guys that we're not sure will play or not, news yesterday on the NFL front, Yannick Ngakoue fired his agent. Yes or no, is that any impact on what's happening here with him?
Is it you?
It is.
It is Dan.
Robert's Rules of Order are in play, too.
Forfeit a point there. We got to.
I mean, again, you're begging for a forfeit. What are we doing?
right out of the rip.
I don't know what to tell you.
What's going on here,
I got
Scott?
thrown off by you interrupting me last question. Also, Robert's Rules of Order.
What interruption? When?
You said something. You did. Nebraska said something about Nebraska. You weighed in there. Good luck with that, he said. Good luck with that. Hey, I'm talking here, Chief.
Damn it. I did not say. Play the tape back.
The tape back.
There's no interruption whatsoever.
Yes, there was. I'll bet you a dime. I'll do a dime bet.
A dime bet that I interrupted while you were talking.
Correct.
Your answer.
Correct. Dime
I
bet.
said something.
Yes, you
during
did.
During the answer
During
of
the
the
answer.
segment.
That's correct.
Ooh, man.
Oh.
I'm tempted.
You want to put that old 57-year-old brain to use, 56, 55, whatever the
You
hell
put
it
a
is.
dime
It's old.
bet, and I will put forth the effort
Oh,
to
I
go
know
pull
you
that
will.
tape.
Yeah.
I know you will. Anyway.
Otherwise, I don't give a damn.
Well, at this
Yeah.
point, we're going to have to play it coming back anyway.
Yeah. The answer to the question, though, and it is me, right?
It is you, Dan.
So we're clear here.
Yes.
100% makes a difference, man. Listen, Yannick Ngakoue was getting bad advice from somebody, and we know who that somebody was. That's his agent, who's been a disaster in this. And frankly, if he was encouraging Yannick to sit this year, as I've stated all along, this would be an epic fail greater than Le'Veon Bell. This would be a guy who turned down millions of dollars last year and then would have had those same millions coming through this year and instead had about $4 million total is all he made last year. So yeah, this opens up the door. This allows him to at least sign your tender and play this year for your $17.8 million. It would be absolutely 100% ridiculous to not play football for the Jags this year if they opt not to trade you. You can still ask them to trade you. You can still, say, look, I don't want to be here. But as a professional, don't lose $18 million when the most you've made in your career is about 5 or 6.
I think, look, it can't be a negative completely if one half of the negotiating, partnership is going to change because you haven't made any inroads at all. Unfortunately, I think you've oversimplified a very complicated man, and I don't believe that the stalemate between the Jaguars and Yannick Ngakoue has been generated and developed by his agent. I think Yannick is kind of wacky out there when it comes to that stuff. The word on the street or on the social media, the rumor mongers, is that he fired his agent because of an incorrect selection of a dog trainer. That's who you're trying to work a long-term deal with. Good luck.
Winner Dan.
Round 4.
Round 4 again, Jeff. The floor is yours here. Let's just make sure we maintain the order of conversation. Jeff, you talked about the bubble in Orlando, where it seems like advantage to a couple teams, specifically the Phoenix Suns, who are 6-0 in the bubble. Look, we're going to get that play-in in the West for that final playoff spot. It just comes down to whether it's going to be Portland or Phoenix getting that slot against Memphis. If you had the choice of one of those two teams, Dame Lillard and the Blazers or the red-hot Phoenix Suns, would you rather face what seems like a scarier Portland team or the hot hand?
if I'm Memphis, I'm packing my bags and going home anyway. They failed to show up at the bubble. The Grizzlies had like a 5-game lead when this thing started, and they've won a grand total of 1 game inside the bubble. So Portland or Phoenix, either one is going to beat the Grizzlies 2 in a row, and Memphis will be at Graceland by September.
I hate to do this to you, friend, but I've got the wild card on this one. This is the trump card of all trump cards. You want to come out and say, man, the Phoenix Suns are exciting, and they're 6-0, and Devin Booker's playing great basketball, and those are all true statements. However, and you'll agree with me on this one, colleague, Devin Booker has waded into waters that he should not wade into.
Murky
Ladies
waters.
and gentlemen, Devin Booker is now playing good basketball, and guess whose tentacles went up? Guess who's eyeballing Devin now? The Coven. That's right. We got some flirting going on right now with one of the Jenner girls.
Yes.
Kendall is making her way because Ben Simmons is injured and done. She's now chasing Devin Booker. Game, set, and match, Portland.
The fact that you mentioned Jenner, winner Jeff.
Round 5.
There he's besmirching
God!
him.
Kardashian
That's
hater.
a walk-off fireball win!
Kardashian
Here's
hater.
What just happened?
Gotta know the judge.
Oh, my God!
Gotta know
he-
Scotty too hotty.
You understand, he already took a ride on that cycle about 1.5 years ago.
Holy
yeah.
cow!
So this would just be Operation
There's
Redo.
no extra here.
At the end of the
Hush
day,
your mouth.
got to get one in them one way or the other. The Jenners will accomplish that. Yeah.
I might have just left it all out on the court on
Yeah.
question 4.
The problem, like I said, I mean, that tire's well worn.
That was a
friend.
walk-off beef.
Scott, I like you. I like your judgment there. The Coven has no place on this program.
Thank you. Lastly, round 5.
Yes.
Shockingly,
Oh.
the gang at CBS Sports identified 4 NFL teams who were not playoff competitors, I should say, in 2019, who are poised to make the leap in 2020. Not among the 4 are your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes.
Among the 4, though, and I'll
Yes.
ask you guys to rank these guys in order, most likely to least likely to make the leap into the postseason. The 4, on the AFC side, Pittsburgh, Indianapolis. On the NFC side, Dallas, Tampa.
And what do you want me to do?
Most to least likely.
Most to least
To
likely?
prove accurate as a playoff club.
Well, Tampa's a playoff club.
Tampa's a lock.
Tampa would be
Tampa 1.
Tampa would be 1. Boy, the NFC East is not that good. I think Dallas is 2, Indy is 3, and Pittsburgh is 4. I like Indy 2 as well, but I'm not. The AFC South is quirky. And Big Ben still has to go out and prove he can play, and they don't have the same type of players that they had a couple years ago. So good defense.
He shaved the beard, though.
Look,
He's lighter.
those all 4 are very good teams. I think all 4 have excellent chance.
And might all 4 get
You
in?
asked me to rank them, I rank them. There you go.
Thank you, Dan.
All right, I wasn't listening to Dan through all that because as soon as the question came out, the answer was so obvious that I'm not even sure what he said. So I'll even risk repeating the answer he gave you. But this is like, somebody's 8 under par, and the rest of them are trying to make the cut. The Bucks are winning the Super Bowl. So, I mean, any poll that's wondering if Tom Brady and Gronkowski and Evans and that whole crew and Arians and a much improved defense, if the question is, are they going to the playoffs? The answer for me is a resounding yes.
Jeff had the simpler answer. Dan had a good answer. I'm going to go winner. I'm still scarred from answer 4. Winner Jeff.
Oh, no!
Thank you.
Oh.
ladies and
Oh, no!
No!
Scotty doesn't know!
gentlemen. You've uplifted
What
my
just
spirit,
happened?
Scott. I appreciate it.
I mean,
thank
9
you,
out of
Scott.
10
You're a
Google
great
judges would have ruled for Danny on this. The performance
You're a great
I
man.
left out here.
Oh.
Somehow, when I win,
Unbelievable.
did I not get the 4
What
when I
just
win?
happened?
What is this?
Golly, Scott.
I mean, you got to trust the Google.
Hey.
Calling my friends at Kuhn and revoking that right now.
2 weeks into the resurrection, Dan might kill the bit.
The bit's over.
I don't like it anymore.
Keep you down, you're the best around.